going on, Jerome's Minnesota Vikings need to get back to running the ball, and yes, interior offensive line needs to be situated, but also the running back room. Yeah. Last 3 years with Kevin O'Connell, the running game just hasn't been great. Whether it's Dalvin Madison, Aaron Jones, I mean, there's been moments, but there hasn't been consistency, and it's been pretty damn rough. Right? And the Vikings, they want to get back to being physical. Do they bring Aaron Jones back as a free agent? Do they bring Cam Akers back as a free agent? Right now, the only tailbacks on the rooster are Ty Chandler as well as Xavier Scott. So the Vikings have some decisions to make, and yes, this is a fantastic running back draft class, and the Vikings should and could partake, perhaps multiple times, whether it's a combination of draft picks and UDFA. I would prefer that the Vikings get their running backs from the draft, right? But free agency, of course, comes first, and the Vikings have a ton of cash to spend. Enter Najee Harris, right? So he's a free agent, a former first-round pick, Pittsburgh Steelers running back, and there should be consideration. I don't know if I'm thrilled about it. You know, I think Harris is a perfectly fine player. Like the Vikings would be better off advocating a lot of resources to both of the trenches, interior offensive line, defensive line, maybe cornerback, but I don't know. I don't know. But, of course, we have to explore the space. It is something that Kwesi could explore. Although, you know, if it truly is a money ball strategy, I mean, paying a running back, especially on a second contract, especially the type of physicality that Harris runs with, I don't know. But also, mainly it's because I can't unsee the Anne Hathaway thing. They're right. They're always right. But one major redeeming quality for Najee Harris is his middle name is literally Jerome. So we got that going. So let's talk about it. So background, 26 years young, 6'1", 242, a former five-star from Antioch, California. He's a number 1 overall recruit in the 2017 class. Took us down to Alabama, won a couple national titles, Roll Tide, all that stuff, unanimous All-American in 2020. Was a first-round pick by the Steelers, a number 24 overall in 2021, and he's done some damn good things. All right, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 28 career rushing touchdowns, model of consistency out there, made the Pro Bowl as a rookie in 2021. Although, I don't know, like, even though he's been consistent, you know, career 3.9 yards per carry, it's just, you want more, you know, where it's perfectly fine, but you feel like that you can do a little bit better, right? And that's one of the reasons why the Steelers aren't necessarily clamoring to bring him back. Same thing with Steelers fans. And also, Frankly, I thought Jalen Warren was a more productive running back during their time together in Pittsburgh, but, you know, his Pro Football Focus free agency profile, he's listed as the number 2 free agent running back in this cycle behind Aaron Jones at 1. Projected contract, 3 years, $11.5 million per year. I don't know. Harris is a model of consistency. Just said that. And there's value in that, even if he isn't the most explosive or shifty player in the open field. I just said that. His 1,097 rushing attempts since he entered the league in 2021 ranked second to only Derrick Henry over that span. Also, I love the comparison, calling him dollar store Derrick Henry, which kind of makes, like, he doesn't have the extra gear that Derrick Henry has, but, you know, just in terms of, you know, 6 foot plus, 245 pound plus running backs from Alabama. I guess his 4,316 rushing yards ranked 5th, and his 3,203 yards after contact placed 4th. The best thing going for Harris may not even be his own production, but the fact that nearly every starting running back last offseason, Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, to name a few, had outstanding 2024 season. Now that's throwing a dart and then drawing a bullseye around it, right? Because, you know, Saquon, generational talent. Well, I don't want to say that, but he's an absolute legit presence, and he made the Eagles this year. Josh Jacobs was very solid for the Packers. Imagine if they kept Aaron Jones, though. And then also Derrick Henry was phenomenal for the Ravens, right? But just because that happened, like, it doesn't take into account the fact that this is a phenomenal running back draft class compared to last year. And also, Najee Harris isn't Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, or Derrick Henry. That's what it comes down to. But Harris, does have some value. Consistency, like we said, solid pass protector, 180 career receptions out of the backfield as well. He's a short yardage power, does bring some physicality, scheme flexibility, can run outside, inside zone, as well as man and power. He's not a home run threat by any means. Like, he is a first up to second level running back, and that's exactly what you get. But there is value in that. But there is also a ton of carries on his body, and you don't want him to hit the running back wall on your dime. Under contract for your team. 1,995 touches combined between NFL and Alabama over the last 8 years. That's a lot. That's a lot. And given his style of play, how many more years is he going to be a viable running back, 1 or 2? Don't know. Also, how can you rationalize spending 10, 11 million bucks a year on a running back in again with this friggin' draft? All right, so I frankly don't see it, but it is something that the team will consider. And like we said, I would prefer bringing back Akers, potentially Aaron Jones on a cheaper deal, and then hitting up this draft class for 1 or 2 running backs. I think that should be the plan for Kwesi and company. But I don't know, Harris is perfectly fine. I don't see them spending $10 million plus a year on him. And also, I think that will be a league-wide thing because there's not going to be a bidding war for Najee Harris because I think a lot of teams are going to look at this running back draft class and be like, pass. So it could be a spot, too, where Harris has to settle for a cheaper, maybe even a 1-year type of prove-it deal, and then potentially could be interested in that. But I guess we'll see. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Najee, Jerome, Harris, Viking. Also, again, I can't unsee the Anne Hathaway thing. It's great. Anyways, let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys know what to do. Skol, production value.